Hey, chemistry. I'm hearing that you guys need a little bit of help. So I've got I hope you can see it. I've got the number 7 sheet from Unit 7B, and I wanted to go through it with you a little bit. So what we're looking at, and let me get this up here a little bit better so you can see. I hope you can see it. On the solubility chart or solubility graph, the lines, if you're on the line, then that means it is a saturated solution. Okay, if you're below the line, that means it's undersaturated or unsaturated. Above the line is supersaturated. Okay, so if you keep that in mind, that'll help a lot. Okay, so on here, I hope you guys can see this. I'm really trying to get my camera fixed. On this one, we're going to look at on the chart and see what type of solution we have. Is it unsaturated, saturated, or supersaturated? So the important thing to know is you've got temperature here, and so it gives you the temperature. Then you have the amount of solute, okay? So you know that it's telling you how much you have, and that's key to figuring out the solubility. So if you have 60 grams of KCl at 70 degrees Celsius, so let's look at, we've got KCl right here, and if we're at 70 degrees Celsius, that's right here. 60 grams is right here. So we're just going to go up and find the little dot. Okay, that's 70 and that's 60. Yeah, so that's right there. And then we're going to compare the dot to the line. Okay, so you have KCl right here, and that's under the dot. So the dot is above the line, so that's going to be supersaturated. Okay, now let's do the next one. You have KClO3. Okay, so your line's right here, 10 grams. That's your grams right there, and 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we're going to look at 10 and 60 is just like you're plotting a line. Okay, so you've got that little dot right there, and I want to know, compared to the line at KClO3, where is my dot? So my dot is below the line, so that's going to be unsaturated. Okay, so we've got 80 grams NaNO3. Let's find that line first. Okay, there it is up here. 80 grams of NaNO3 and at 10 degrees Celsius. So we've got a 10 and we're looking at the 80. So it is right here on the line, if you can see that. So that is saturated, because it's right on the line. Okay, let's do one more. You have 70 grams of CaCl2, and that's right there. So you've got 70 grams, so we're up here at 20 degrees Celsius. So that's your 20 and your 70. So you've got it right there. Is that right? 20 and 70. And you want to know where it is with the line. So CaCl2 is right above it. So because the line is going up, it's still below that line. Okay, so that one is going to be unsaturated. Okay, now let's go down. Let's look at PbNO3 at 10 degrees Celsius. And what it's asking, how many grams does it need for a saturated solution? Okay, so PbNO3 2, and that is right here, and that's at 10 degrees. So we're going to find out where the intersection is. So you've got PbNO3, 10 degrees, and you're just going to go up to where the line is, because you're trying to find the saturated solution. Okay, so that's going to be about 47-ish grams. Okay, so as long as it's on the line, that's going to be saturated. All right, so let's do the next one. Ce2SO43. Let's find that. There's it right here at 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we're looking at 50, and we want to get right here on the line because we're trying to find out what the solubility is. And that looks like that's going to be about 4-ish, maybe. I don't think it's quite 5, maybe 3 grams. Okay? And when you do this on a test, I'm going to give you some leeway, if it's in between like that. Okay, so NaCl at 20 degrees. Let's do that one. We've got NaCl right here, and we're at 20 degrees. So we're going to come up and find where it intersects with 20, and that looks like about 35. Okay, because you've got 20 degrees and about 35 here. Okay, all right, one more. K2Cr2O7 is right here. Okay, and you're looking at 50 degrees Celsius. So let's go all the way up until we can find that line. Okay, so that's pretty easy because it's on 30. So there's no in between lines. So K2Cr2O7, the line is right here, and that's going to be 30 grams. Okay, so on these other ones, you're just going to have to go through and find the points, and then you're going to compare the solubility. Okay, so it's just telling you which one is which. Let me see if there's any more. You can do that. Looks good. Let's look at number 11, because that one looks a little nasty. Okay, number 11, is that it? You can see it? Okay, if you have 115 grams of KNO3, all right, so let's look at up here. You've got KNO3, okay, and you've got 115 grams, so that's going to be way up here somewhere. And it's added at 35, so about right there. How many grams are going to not dissolve? Okay, so a saturated solution is going to be 50 grams, and that's at 35. Okay, so 35 is right here. So 50 is your saturated, so you're going to take 115 minus 50. Okay, so that's how many grams don't dissolve. It's whatever's over that amount. Okay, what mass of KCl would be needed to form a saturated solution if KCl was dissolved in 200 grams of water at 80 degrees Celsius? Okay, so we're going by 100. So if we're going by 100, then we have to divide by 2. So you want to know how much is a saturated solution at 80. Okay, we are on KCl, yeah. At 80 degrees. We're about right here. Okay, so that's about 52. Okay, that's 52 grams at 100 degrees Celsius. So how much do you need to form a saturated solution if it was 200 grams? Well, you're just going to do it 52 times 2, because you have 200 grams. You have twice as much water. Okay, I don't know why I did that. That's grams. Okay. So it's going to be 52 times 2, which is 104-ish. Okay, so that is going to be 104 grams of KCl. All right, so I'm going to leave these middle ones for you, and go ahead and do the other sheet, and be sure and tell me if, message me again if you guys are having trouble with it, but I think that's going to help a lot. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.